Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mercy. If it is your first time of joining me here, you're so welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you're already part of this family, if you've watched my video before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. Doing YouTube isn't so easy, but I love doing it, so we're gonna keep making videos here. So today I am gonna be talking about access course. I recently done my access course, and about a few weeks ago I got my results, and I just thought, oh, let me teach people how I done this. How did I do it? Being that I had no previous experience or previous knowledge about any sort of science course. If you don't know, I actually was born and raised in Nigeria, and I was in sort of like the art class. I did media before, so I had no sort of knowledge about science, no background knowledge about chemistry, biology, physics. But I guess, you know, we can learn, and that's the whole idea of the access course. First of all, let me have a sip of my drink. This is orange, pineapple, and carrot. So it's sort of healthy or natural sugars. So today I'm going to be taking you through the steps or the things that you need to do in order for you to sort of get like really good grades. I had 39 distinctions and 6 merits, and I'm also going to tell you guys why I got a merit, what I done wrong. And you know, merit is good, it's pretty good, it's a decent grade, but it is possible to actually achieve 0.5 distinction even if you haven't done any sort of science courses. So I know, like, I've been wanting to do this video, but I was like, oh, let's see how it goes, let's see how college goes. So yeah, let me just take you through the steps, and I'll try and make this video as short as possible. I know I'm already talking a lot, but yeah, let's get into the video. First and first, number one is attendance. I know this sounds like, oh, why will I need to attend classes to do well in school? But you know, attendance means that you get to attend every lecture and you don't miss anything. I remember one time when I actually missed classes once. I think I had to go to London for some sort of, you know, meeting that I was asked to attend, and I had a decent reason not to be in class, but I felt like when I came back, it was like I missed a whole week of classes. And sometimes you might think, oh, the classes are not so relevant, or you don't like the lecturers, or you know, you don't want to be in school that day, or you feel like you're homesick or something. Just show up as much as possible, as much as you can. You know, just come to classes, listen to your lecturer, take notes down, be present. That's the number one thing. Coming to class early was another thing, because you build in like a relationship with your lecturer at the beginning of your course as well. They sort of know whether or not you do well or not from you know, attending the class and behaving well. By the way, I have a note here because I just wanted to, you know, give you guys a full thing. So number two, the second thing I wrote here is asking questions. So like, of course, if you're new and you haven't got any sort of knowledge about sort of any sort of science course, and I think this is not only for science courses, but I'm only like specifying on science because that's what I done, and I wanted to proceed to do radiography diagnostics. Initially I wanted to do pharmacy, but chose radiography instead. You have to ask questions when you're not sure. There is actually extra time after class where you can speak to your lecturers if you have any concerns, if you're not sure about something, and just try and open your mind, you know, like be open. Do not, like, you know, think, oh, I didn't understand that, so I'm confused and I'm gonna stay confused. No, like there are times where I didn't understand a single thing the lecturer was saying, but he had to get on with the class because there are other students who could understand, so I couldn't just stop him. But after my classes were done, I would ask my lecturer, what time are you free? Are you free at 3 p.m. today or tomorrow? And whatever time they gave me, I worked with it. I would go and just have some extra bits. I actually done these things I'm saying, so I know that it works, because at the beginning I was so scared. I literally told my chemistry teacher that I don't think I would do well, that I don't think I would be able to go through the course because I'm super scared, never learned anything about chemistry. And he was just the best person ever, because he actually believed in me, and he actually thought, oh yeah, you can do it. Like, you don't have to be so worried. Well, I had every reasons to be worried because I didn't do science before. I just want to say thank you to him. He was such an amazing lecturer. The third thing you need to do is starting your work early. Like, if you get an assignment, if you get something that you need to, like any sort of task whatsoever, just try and be early. Sometimes it can be a lot, especially like, you know, when you progress down the line. Like at the beginning it's fine. When you start one assignment late at the beginning, it just keeps going on. That's how you have to go on with your course for the rest of the year, because if you don't do one assignment early, the next one is probably likely to be late, and the other one late. It's just gonna be like that. It has a domino effect on your work and on your grades as well. So you don't want to be having late submissions. Come on guys, you can't do that. So you have to submit early. Try and start early as well. When your junior assignment, just start early. It's not like, you know, I know like sometimes you don't have the time, and there are some people who are really good at doing like last minute.com. Like I'm not that person. I cannot. I really wish I was, because then, you know, but if I'd done everything last minute, I don't think I would have been able to achieve as much distinction that I did. So that's number 3. The fourth one is also kind of linked with the third one, which is to reassess your work. Like before submitting your assignment, give it to your lecturer to proofread, not so that they can give you a grade, because I can't, but so that they can sort of tell you, oh, this is what you're missing here. You should do this more. You should write this more. Usually in access course, you get first submission and second submission. So if you do your assignment early, it means you can actually hand in your first submission, and then on your second submission, it's just a better chance that you'll get a higher grade, because your lecturer seen your work before. He said this and that and that. This is what you need to do for you to achieve a higher grade. And if you do those things, it's inevitable. You have to have a high grade because you've done that. Number 5, this is kind of also linked to the previous one, which is preparing early for exams, because when you're doing your access course, I didn't do mine during the COVID or lockdown, so we had actual sit down exams in class, and we also had like sort of like assignment or essays that we have to do, where you do researches and then you submit. So preparing for your exam on time is like slowly sort of accumulating all of the information that you learned, all of the knowledge that you've gained. So it's better to slowly like do it, instead of like waiting on your exam day just for you to start reading, and then you have to like chunk everything in. I guess there are different types of readers though. There's some people who are able to do that. Like I can't read a night before. Like literally when I prepare for exams, I sort of read, and a day before I just don't read anything new, because then I know that I'm not gonna forget. So I tend to stick with what I've learned like previously. So when people are like, oh, like, did you know that you could add this to your work or add this to your, I'm like, thank you, I literally don't want to, because I can't remember. So I tend not to just put any sort of hopes on that. I just sort of start early and read early, and that way I can deliver, and I can, you know, write my exam successfully without being, you know, paranoid or, you know, worried. So that's another key thing: prepare early for your exams. And the last thing I'd like to say is that you have to study outside of, you know, your school hours or college hours, because let's be honest, you know, the amount of time you spend in college is not enough for you to learn and to accumulate all of those information, because you only go to classes and they teach you stuff. They don't let you understand. Like maybe you can actually understand them, but you cannot just, you know, digest everything and understand it fully. So you need to go back home or go to the library. I spent a lot of time in the library, and maybe I'm just a slow learner, because I know some people maybe have this grades without even doing much. Like, but I did a lot. Like I stayed timeless amount of hours studying, because I knew what I wanted. And you have to sort of study, go to the library, use the library. Like it's literally free, you don't have to pay for it. Use the resources that you have. In college, they will teach you all of the Harvard referencing, how to do your work, how to do your researches. Those are things that you sort of expect. I'll put up another video for how to, like, what to expect when you're going to college to do an access course, like a breakdown, what you would expect, what you would get, the things that you should know before actually doing an access course. So yeah, I think that's everything. I think I included as much as I could. And I wanted to say as well, like my merit, it was actually an exam. It was the 6th merit is one unit. It was 1 unit in chemistry, which we were supposed to write an exam. The funny thing is that it was an open book exam, and I got a merit, and that was because my researches were poor. My research was not very up to standard, and I realized that later on when I saw that the sources that I used were not very reliable. You know, that's another whole topic that I will talk about maybe in the next video, you know. So anyway, it was a good time studying, and hopefully next year, not hopefully, I'm planning to go to uni next year to do radiographic diagnostics. It could actually change, you know, because nowadays you don't know. But for now though, I got an offer or a place to do radiography. Of course, I can't tell you what uni, but most uni require like 15, 30, some of them 30, some of them, I think the most that I've seen so far that required the most amount of distinction was what's this uni called? The Montfort. I think the Montfort actually wanted 30 distinctions, but you know, your girl got 39. So yeah, that's my whole lot. That's how I done it, like from being an art student to being a super science student. No, I'm joking. Who's super? Not me. I still need a lot of learning to do. I've got a lot of this to, like, this is just stage one, let's say, but I just felt like, you know, there might be people who need this information and wondering how they could do it. If you want more sort of tips or anything about like referencing and all that jazz, let me know in the comment section. I can try and help. I could make another video, but anyway, thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down in the description, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.